Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Simply Colorful Fibercast. Today's date is November 6th, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidant, and I'm your host. And we have Buster here, and we have our new Shirley Temple doll. And I can't wait to tell you all about it. We're going to make her a dress today. Just wanted everyone to say hi to Buster. Hey, Buster. Yeah. I'm going to put you back down, okay? We're going to sew. He's doing great, and he says hi, everyone. Okay, I'm going to put you down. There you go. Oh, take a little nap. Okay, I know I started a little early for those of you who may be out there because we hope to get a whole dress done for Shirley Temple in an hour. But first off, I want to thank Deborah for sending me this new Shirley Temple doll. She's from 1984. She's 16 inches tall. She's porcelain, and she is ball jointed. And right now, she just has on her pantaloons and a slip that I made her earlier today so that she would have something to wear. And Deborah's mother had this doll, and I said I would make her a beautiful dress and I would take care of her on behalf of Deborah and her mother. And what she sent me was really exciting. It was, first off, a picture of the Shirley Temple doll, and there she is in one of her outfits. And we're going to learn all about Shirley Temple. This is one of her movie costume dresses. Baby Take a Bow. Oh, here's a pattern of the original dress Shirley wore while singing Baby Take a Bow in Stand Up and Cheer. And we're going to read about Shirley Temple. She was a real life actress. She was a child actress. And let's just ground ourselves in who she was. And then we'll get to making the dress. I love this. Deborah's mother had already drawn the patterns on interfacing, which is such a good idea. And then here are a couple of designs. This one is a Shirley costume inspired from The Littlest Rebel. And this one is inspired by The Little Colonel. Okay, easy sew designs. So what I wanted to do today is make a blue and white version of the red and white. I couldn't find any red polka dot, but I did find some it's very light, but that's blue polka dot. And I have some ribbons that I thought we would use to replicate the red and the bow, the trim and the bow. Okay, but before we get sewing, let's learn a little bit more about Shirley Temple. And I promise I'm going to sew very soon and spend most of the time sewing. I've actually cut out all the pieces for the dress. So the goal is to get it done. But first off, go to our handy dandy Wikipedia, and first off, I wanted to just give you an overview. Shirley Temple Black was born in April of 1928. She lived until 2014. She was an American actress, singer, dancer, businesswoman, and a diplomat who was Hollywood's #1 box office draw as a child actress from 1935 to 38. As an adult, she was a U.S. ambassador to Ghana as well as Czechoslovakia, and she also served as chief of protocol of the United States. I think it's fair to say she was accomplished. In fact, here she is as an adult woman. You can see this on Wikipedia. She was born in Santa Monica, California. Looks like she lived most of her life there. She was married twice, very briefly to a John Agar and then to a Charles Alden Black for 50 plus years. She began her film career at the age of 3. 2 years later, she achieved international fame in Bright Eyes, a feature film designed specifically for her talents. In fact, she received a Juvenile Academy Award in February of 1935, and I think she was the first one to receive that. Film hits included Curly Top and Heidi, followed year after year during the mid to late 1930s. And then Temple capitalized on her fame, and she had licensed merchandise, which must have been quite a thing in the early 30s. And it featured her wholesome image. The merchandise included dolls, dishes, and clothing. Her box office popularity waned as she reached adolescence. She appeared in 29 films from the age of 3 to 10, but in only 14 films from age 14 to 21. Imagine all the lines she had to learn. She must have been very, very smart. She retired from film in 1950 at the age of 22. This is kind of interesting. She served on several boards, including for the Walt Disney Company, Del Monte Foods, and the National Wildlife Federation. What I wanted to do was look at Bright Eyes, which is the movie. And this is about her mother dies and she's orphaned, and a pilot takes care of her, and ultimately she lives with them. But this is where she sang the Good Ship Lollipop. And at the risk of the copyright police catching us, I wanted you to see. Hang on. I want to make it big. Here we go.
I wish Mother was here.
This is the Candyland Hour for all good children. The orchestra will play our theme song.
You know that song, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well, then sing it. Go on. Come on, Curly, sing it.
I've thrown away my toys, even my drum and trains. I want to make some noise with real-life aeroplanes. Someday I'm going to fly. I'll be a pilot too.
On YouTube, search for Shirley Temple, The Good Ship Lollipop, and you can hear the whole song. She's adorable. And I see, oh, Deborah, she looks better already. Thank you. Thank you so much, Deborah, for giving her to me. I'm thoroughly enjoying her. I found her a nice stand that I had here. And like I say, I've made her panties and a slip. Now, Joanne Hayward, I love Shirley Temple. Where did you ever find a doll? Well, your friend, Deborah Wilson, right here, gave her to me. I have a funny story about why I'm so obsessed with that doll. Oh, you have to tell us. Ooh, this is exciting. Hi, Allie. Good morning. Hello, Chris Myers. Isn't she cute? Shirley Temple, she was cute. Okay, so what we're going to do is, again, we're going to make this outfit for her in blue and white instead of red and white. And again, this came from Deborah, so thank you, Deborah. Included was a pattern here in the magazine, this magazine. And I have also traced it on future facing. Oh, Jean says, tell us about the quilt behind me. Yes, another gift. I am so lucky, you guys. This is from a customer. It was in her mother's stash in Ohio, and that's all I know about it. And what I love about it is the repetition. So, Jean, this has your name all over it, and that's it. Isn't that neat? It needs to be, I'm thinking I'm going to just quilt it, and I'm not sure how, but we'll preserve it somehow. Hi, Stitchy House. Hi, Becca. Hi. We're talking dolls, Becca. Okay, so, oh, I have an itchy eye. Oh, and I'm so glad Chris and Jean are out there. Maybe they'll be playing a drinking game at home. We'll see how many times I say their names. Okay, so I have cut out all of the pieces, and I've actually made darts. Do you believe this? The pattern that we're using has darts in it. And I dropped my pieces. Okay. Whew, by Friday night, you guys, I'm exhausted. But you don't need to know that, do you? Okay. And here is the skirt. Had to be 5.5 inches by 36 inches. So we've cut that out. And we're going to make a lined bodice and then 2 sleeves that are ruffled. So we have the 2 sleeves here. Need to gather those and inset those. But first, here's the front. And here are the 2 backs. And I made doubles of everything. There are the 2 backs. Where's the double front? Well, if I can't find it, we'll just make another one, but I'm sure it's here. Ay, ay, ay. Did I put it all in here? Okay, no problem. We will make another one. And then tomorrow when I clean up, I will find the first one I made. But so all we do is the front has a fold in it. And we take our front here, put the fold. Now here's my pencil. So happy Friday to everyone. Hi, Mom. It is going to be a beautiful weekend around here. I went out and did some leaves this afternoon, but boy, do we have a lot of them. I thought maybe with the snow we had last week, I could get away with not doing that chore until spring, but no such luck. Okay. So anyway, you know what? This will be good because I'll show you how I do the darts. Deborah, I love the way you sent me the patterns. Oh, and she was all boxed up in the best box. I wanted to show everyone how she arrived. She arrived in a big box that said fragile. And it was just full of scraps. Scrap, scrap, scrap. So I'm going to have to use, like there's a scrap, Deborah. I'm going to use that in a quilt. Thank you. Oh, here's a fun one. Red, white, and blue. So this will be fun. Oh, and blue. Okay, so let's put those over in my pile to make. Okay, so now I have my second front bodice. And I use both a pin and a pen to mark the dart. So I marked the bottom of the 2 darts. Then I put a pin in the top of it, which is about an inch up. There's one. And I put this over. Okay, now I get another pin. See how I drew the dart? Okay, so now we have this bodice and we have 2 pins, and I go over here and my machine is set at 2.0, a smaller stitch. I should probably do it even a little smaller. 1.8. I'm going to start this. I have a 70-10 needle in, so very small. And then the dart is literally 1/8 of an inch at its widest point. And I am not going to tie off the top of the dart. You know how in human clothing you're supposed to take both ends of the dart and tie a knot? Okay, there's one. Okay. Here we go. So there's a second one. Okay, let's go up to 4.5 and create our gather for both sleeves. And in order to do that, I need, what did it do? I need long ends of my thread. So I just have to cut. Okay, so I have long ends of my thread. Now I have put it up to 4.5, my stitch length. And I marked dots on here, between here and here, where the gather should be. So there we go. Hi, Angela. You're here. That's awesome. Hello, Carol. Okay, so there's one. And I'm going to read your comments in a minute. I'm going to try and not slow down because I want to get this cute little dress done in our hour together. For those of you who might be new, welcome. This is just an hour of us doing something together. It's not teaching. It's not a class. It's just an opportunity to do something together that we love. So grab a project, whatever you're working on, or a magazine, or a glass of wine, or hot cocoa, and just enjoy yourself for the next hour. Okay, so there are the sleeves. Now what I want to do is make the front and back pieces. sew the doesn't quite fit like I would have expected it to, but oh, put this down. My stitch length down to about 2. Okay. Oh, we had excitement here at the homestead. What was it? Was it election day? Yeah, it must have been, or the day after. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. The cable line that runs from the pole out on our street to our home broke. A branch fell on it. So we didn't have cable. Can you imagine? But fortunately, I have to send out props to Comcast. I called them, finally got through. Verizon showed up first, so the wire was going across the road here. So Verizon came and the police came and they strung the wire up so that cars could get through. And then Comcast had to come and set it up, and Comcast reattached it in the dark. So kudos to them. All right, I don't know why the top seams don't quite fit very well. I hope I haven't. Did I do it wrong? No, I think we're fine. Okay. Now I'm just going to sew the top bodices together and turn them right side out, and then put the sleeves on inset the sleeves, no less. For Shirley Temple. Oh, you guys. Oh, Joanne, this is so fun. Thank you so much for sharing this. So Joanne says, it is warm out, Carol. Joanne says, my cousin had a Shirley, but never let me play with her. One day when she went home, her mom said I could play with her. I almost peed my pants. I just was about to pick her up, and my cousin came in. Oh, no. No way. I never got to play with her, by the way. We are 65 and 64. And she still has her. That's pretty funny and very real. She should have let you play with her. Oh. The drama is real, right? I hope this works. I didn't test this pattern. And something isn't quite fitting right, but we'll make it fit. Yay. At least these clothes are a little bit bigger than Barbie doll clothes, right? Let's make sure we got them all. Has a square front neck. Okay. So we have our sleeves. Oh, I should turn this on and I should hem the sleeves before we get them together. Do a couple slits. I'm so excited. Okay. So for anyone who may have just joined us, we're making a polka dot dress for Shirley Temple. And just making her bodice. Okay, not bad. Let me show you what we have so far. So there that is. And now, oh yeah, we were going to do the sleeves. These have elastic in them. So I'm going to make a casing for 1/8-inch elastic. And I'm going to switch my feet. So we have a 10D. Make sure I have So there's one. Here's the second one. Okay. So I thought that I would use some mask elastic. Oh, I'm so glad you guys can talk to each other. Hi, Colleen. Okay. So let's put this into, a big needle and put it through the sleeve here. It's just going to fit. Hopefully I made the casing just big enough. I think I did. Yeah. Okay. So there's one. Here's the other. Making doll clothes can be kind of persnickety. You know, there's a lot of precision required, but it's fun. I don't know what I'm going to do for her shoes. I guess we'll have to make some. Oh, and I'm going to fix her fingers. She's missing 2 little fingers. And I'm just going to use some paper clay, paint them flesh color. Who knows? Maybe we'll do that on next week's Fibercast. Okay. So there. So now we have them both strung with elastic. I almost want to do our ribbon on this now. What does the picture have? Okay, the picture has 2 rows of ribbon around her neck. And I think we should do that now. Before we go any further, hang on, I'm going to get some blue thread. Okay. Yep, there's a good color. Linda, if you're out there, Linda Grant, I will be working on that snowflake table runner tomorrow morning before open sew. Oh, and Mary and Sarah and Genevieve, if you want to join us for open sew tomorrow, please do. We start at 11. What I don't know is how best to catch this. It's so little. Okay, but I have blue on the front, blue thread. I think I'm just going to try just a simple straight stitch. You'll just have to ease it in very slowly. Be patient. Okay. Okay, I think it's working. Might even have to put a little fold in it. There we go. I'll show you this as soon as I'm done. Oh, I'm so glad you're out there. Okay. So there is the first row. Now we're going to do the second row. I'm going to change my foot. I'm going to use 34D. It's clear plastic. Okay, and now we'll just take, this time I'm not going to cut it off because I want to conserve the ribbon. So, whoops. Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm concentrating. Oh no, now what? Well, all right. So there we have the two pieces. Okay. Now what I want to do is put the sleeves in, right? I should probably do this right. So now I'm going to sew the side seams together. What is wrong with this? Machine's giving me a little error message. How's everyone doing out there? Ouch. Okay. All right. No, I can. Do I want to set these in first or afterwards? No, I'm setting them in first. This is a doll dress, for goodness sake. As precious as she is. Okay, so I'm pinning the middle and then the ends, and then I'll gather it. Oh, Joanne, that's such a funny story about you and your cousin. I want these to be puffy sleeves. Okay, getting there. Okay, now I'm switching back to white thread on top. Okay, here's this. Here's this. I'm just kind of doing a baste here, although I do have my stitch is 2.0, but I'm taking a scant 1/8 of an inch seam right now. I just want to try and catch all of the layers. Let's see if we did that. Ooh, it's going to be cute. Okay. Okay, a little too scant, so I'm going on the other side. Let me just do a better. Okay. Now see, what we'll do is we will pull in her arm. But before I do that, I'm going to do the other one, and then I'll sew up both side seams. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 okay. So go over here. Okay, we'll do the scant 1/8 of an inch again. Just to make sure we catch everything. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are out there. I don't have much other news. I've been working away on quilts. I drove down to Tumbleweed. Emily, if you're out there, hello. Let's see, what else? Carrie, if you're out there, hi. Okay. So now we have 2 sleeves. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So that'll be good. That's fitting so far. And in order for it to fit, okay, so I'm not going to pull these sleeves too far tight. Excuse me. I think that's puffy enough. There. Make sure we sew right sides together. I'm going to sew right over the elastic. Okay. And there we go. Don't need to put a pin in my mouth, do I? We're getting there. Okay. Take that out. I'm going to give it another reinforcing stitch because I could put a lot of tension on that when I put it on and off. Okay, let's do the other one. Okay, let me just do one more here. Okay. Okay. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this slip off her. Easier said than done, right? Okay. Let's not have your wig come off. Bob was laughing at me when I was walking around with the doll today. Okay. Let's just fit this. Make sure it's going to fit. Ho, ho, ho. Look at her. Okay, so that's on. We're going to leave that like that. And now we're going to work on her skirt. And this is where, see how it has 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, which will be easy enough to do because now we know how to do it. This I probably should have done ahead of time. This could take a while. Okay, let's put a different foot on. $10D. Her skirt's 36 inches long. So we don't need this and this. We don't need that anymore. I'm just doing her hem quickly. Okay. I hope I have enough ribbon. So let's change this to blue thread. Well, knock on wood, this project is turning out a little bit better than past projects. Kind of excited about my Shirley Temple. Okay. Oh no, for the first one, I do want to use this one. 10D, and move the needle over 3. This one is right on the edge. With the blue thread. There's one down. Oh, hello. Is Sue out there maybe with Pat? So there's the very edge. We've got one on the very edge. Now, okay. Okay, it looks like it's in about 5/8 of an inch. Oh no, that's for the 18-incher. So we're gonna ballpark this. Let's look at the picture. Okay, it's pretty high up there though. Now we'll change this. I'm gonna go a little over, I think, because I want you to at least see. I won't sew the skirt to her, but I'll at least gather it and we'll put it on with a belt so you can see what that blue will look like. And I hope that you have been enjoying doing something you enjoy doing, if that makes sense. Oh, and I don't need my needle over. Okay. This will be so gathered that if it's a little off, the stripe is a little off, which it is, and it will be, the gather will forgive us. Just can't go off the blue line. That won't look good. I suppose if I had a couching foot, that would be better, but that's okay. Okay, so there's 2. I'm going to keep going. One more. We're getting there. Okay. And I'm purposely making this last one a little bit further up the skirt. I don't know why. I think it'll just look cool. All right. There we go. So here is what's going to be her skirt. Now what I'm going to do is cut all the extras off. Oh, this one I am going to do a French seam. So I'm going to sew them wrong sides together first. Oh, and I don't want blue anymore. That. Okay. There's one. I think this is going to work. I have to go find the actual movie where she wore this dress. Okay, now what I do is I fold it right sides together and I catch that raw seam. Okay, and then I do, this will be like a fat 1/4. Imagine the Christmas dress we can make her. Woo! Speaking of which, we're going to have to start making Christmas things probably as soon as next week. I know we still have Thanksgiving, but the days will fly by. I have 4 t-shirt quilts right now and adding a 5th one next week into the queue. And I'm wondering, and I'm waiting for Kate from Penn State. Oh, let's see. You know what? I didn't want to go all the way up like that. Well, for our purposes, all I want to do is baste it and then show it to you. And then I'll finish it and I'll post a picture. Okay. For this one, I'm actually going to make 2. I'm going to do 2 gather stitches. make a mess. The reason I'm doing this is my thread is very thin. I'm still using the Aurifil 50 Mako, and I'll be bummed out if when I pull the gather, it breaks. So now if I have 2 of them, it's like insurance, right? And I guess theoretically you get a more consistent gather. Oh boy, don't break already. Ooh, it's gonna be cute. Okay, so I'm just gathering it up. For those of you who have hung in there, thank you. Okay, let us just I'll try this on, and then I want to put her blue ribbon belt on. There we go. There she is. Okay. Okay, and then so there she is. And then the only other thing I wanted to see if we could look at was a slightly bigger ribbon around her that will tie here. So I think we're up on the hour. I need to let you guys go. That's where next time we'll finish. I'll have her all finished up. I'll finish her tomorrow on open sew. That'll be a bow. I am so glad you all were out there. I'm sorry I didn't engage much, but I wanted to just thank Deborah for the gift of Shirley Temple. If you haven't seen a Shirley Temple movie lately, go for it. Maybe go check one out. Certainly, Joanne, we may need to get you your own Shirley Temple doll somewhere. And have a great weekend. Thanks, Carol. I'm so glad you're out there. Thank you, Deborah. Really appreciate it. Oh, and she'll get 2 little fingers too, so she'll be all set. And we'll figure out what to do with her head. Her wig comes on and off. And her feet. Anywho, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the weather and be safe. Do something you love. Do something you're good at. Usually it's one and the same. And definitely do something for someone else. It'll make you feel great. Bye.